What's going on, everybody? Welcome to MonsterCast with Rick and B.
What's going on? We're here today to talk to you guys about the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. This is Brandon's baby. He brought it up to me. I just whatever. Go ahead.
Why? What's the attitude for? Rick?
I've heard so much about this in the last 4 hours.
But do you think it's true?
I don't fucking know. My head hurts.
His head hurts. And that'll do it to you. That's why we're going over this in small doses. We're gonna show you a few of them. It's gonna be a little series, and at the end, I'm gonna offer my amazing theory. It's not really amazing. It's just my theory. It could be right, could be wrong. I hope it's wrong.
Here's the thing, guys. We do want to set out a warning. If you're not ready to kind of look at the world a different way,
To take the red pill.
yeah, if Matrix styling, take red pill, blue pill. If you think it's gonna mess with you too bad, don't listen in. Don't pay attention to what we're doing.
And,
It can screw with you.
and something else I do want to say, if you're not experiencing the Mandela effect yourself, I'm never going to prove this to you.
Exactly.
And that's okay. Because there are millions of people that are experiencing it, and they know. But really, we're just trying to open your eyes to some sort of shift in reality or time or something. What it is for sure, nobody knows. CERN gets mentioned a lot, and we will go into CERN. We'll go real in depth into CERN because, well, they're odd. They're odd people.
It was a rather strange.
I'd love to have somebody from CERN get a hold of us. We can do an interview.
Yeah, I ain't scared.
Yeah, let's do it. But anyway, so for those of you that don't know, the Mandela effect is a phenomenon where, I mean, if you look it up online, it's going to tell you people are misremembering the past, but it's far more than that. I can show you proof that, well, at least proofs that they're not misremembering anything. That is the way it used to be, and your reality has changed. We're not misremembering the past. We're having memories of a reality that, for all intents and purposes, no longer exists. It's just gone. Can we get back to it? I don't know.
On our announcement video that we just recorded, we asked a question. What did Darth Vader say to Luke Skywalker? It's a famous line. Everybody says it.
It's been quoted a billion times. Most of you, hopefully, I mean, Rick and I remember Luke. I am your father.
Matter of factly, my second oldest child's name is Luke, which I named him that specifically, so that when he was born, I could say, Luke, I am your father.
And now, that's a true story. I was there. I mean, he told me. He couldn't wait. And it's because we're big Star Wars fans. That was the line from our movie. But if you watch Star Wars and you watch that scene, Darth Vader doesn't say that.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
We're gonna show you before we talk about it. That way you can get your own little. If you remember Luke, I am your father, and if you haven't seen this yet, just watch this.
We will link every video that we use
In the description.
In the description,
We won't use more than a few 15, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20 seconds of any of them.
But we will throw a link in there, so no hard feelings. Okay, we're gonna start with this here. Just pay attention.
I never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No, I am the father.
Okay, did you hear that?
And what Darth Vader says is, no, I am your father.
Here, we're gonna take it back a little bit.
Yeah,
Check
we're
it out
gonna
again.
do it one more time.
He told me you killed him. No, I am the father.
You hear that?
So, I remember, obviously, by the reasoning I named my son the way he's named, was Luke, I am your father.
I'm a big fan. Seen the movie a lot. I don't know how many times. Can't count how many times. But that line is so famous. Everywhere you look, there's memes. Luke, I am your father. On the Big Bang Theory, they didn't say Luke. They used his name. Who was it? They were
Leonard.
Leonard. It was. She said, Leonard, I am your father. Why would she say, Leonard, I am your father, if it wasn't Luke, I am your father they were quoting? This is the Big Bang Theory. They're a bunch of nerds.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to show you
I'm
that
gonna
too.
show, again, we'll link it in the description. So.
Leonard, I am your father.
Okay. Why would that be anything if
That wouldn't even be quotable in that instance if the movie always said, no, I am your father. I would go more into detail on this. There are a lot of proofs, but anybody that's watched these videos already knows James Earl Jones has been cited in interviews as saying, when I read the line, Luke, I am your father. This is how everybody, well, not everybody, this is how a lot of people remember it. All right, we're going to see if we can show you that right now.
Okay.
And this is scratching, we're just scratching the surface with this first video. We go real deep down the rabbit hole as we go. We're going to see if we can find this real quick.
I got it. It's just I was waiting for you to talk. Okay.
Go ahead.
We're going to see what this says. Again, we will link everything in the description.
When I first saw the dialogue that said, Luke, I am your father,
Just pause it there.
I said to myself,
All right, I mean, you guys heard that. When he first saw the dialogue that said, Luke, I am your father, how did he see the dialogue if he said, no, I am your father? How was that dialogue ever thought of? How do we remember it that way? And how does the actor remember reading it that way if, in fact, it wasn't that way? Now, people are going to say, we're all misremembering. That's fine. Say what you want. There's no way this many people are misremembering the same thing in the same way. This isn't mass hysteria. These are memories.
I mean, and I felt like I named my kid Luke for that reason, just so I could say that. Like, I pleaded to have him named Lucas. Like, I swear I begged. I was like, please, just... And I was literally told, only if you promise not to say, Luke, I am your father. Promises, bones, and rules are made to be broken.
All right, and I can tell you, I've been researching this for months because I started noticing things changing in my home, the Febreze can, stuff like that, and we'll get into all that. But I just started showing Rick this a few days ago, and I know when he watched the "No, I Am Your Father," he just sat back on the couch, put his hands up in the air, and he was just like, "Can we watch something funny now? I don't want to do this." Oh, that was the Queen song that did that. But the Luke, I am your father didn't well, no, I am your father.
Yeah.
Didn't do you much better.
Okay, so
Makes your head want to explode because in this history, and that's what you guys got to remember. You might look at that, and even the ones that are like, "Oh, you're not misremembering," they just changed it for a special edition or something like that. That's not the case. That's the history. It's always been, "No, I am your father." Luke, I am your father was never uttered. It was never mentioned. It never happened. It's from a reality that no longer exists.
And this goes through a lot of movies. There's multiple movies where things like this have been noticed. Field of Dreams, Silence of the Lambs,
Forrest Gump,
Jaws,
The Princess Bride. Her dress is red now. It used to be blue.
I don't remember watching. Like, I remember Princess Bride. I've watched it multiple times. It's just been a long time.
I have the DVD in the home. Her dress is still blue on the DVD cover. It's red in the movie. And if you look it up, it's still blue on the cover online, too. How is that possible? Now, something we'll get into further as well later on. I haven't showed Rick this yet. We'll go into Google Statistics.
I hate when you do that.
And we will show search results. Like we'll go back to Luke, I am your father. We'll type in Luke, I am your father, show the statistics. And then we'll type in No, I am your father, show the statistics. You guys will see that it seems to be around 2007, 2008. For some reason, the search results for almost all these Mandela effects flip-flopped. Everybody was searching Luke, I am your father. And then that stopped getting searched, and it was no, I am your father. Why did that happen? Well, because that's what their memories told them it is now. But it isn't. It wasn't. It is, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not cool. We're not happy about this.
I mean, and there's a lot of things that go in, and a lot of it gets into conspiracy theories and a lot of the Illuminati. And don't come after me.
Or call an interview with us.
I mean, whatever.
We don't
We
care.
mean you no harm.
Yeah, we're just telling people things.
Come in peace. Nanu nanu.
Anyway, now we're gonna go to this song.
Okay.
Queen, We Are the Champions. This one really blew my mind. I was waiting and waiting for the end, and it didn't come. It didn't come. It's gone. It never came. Rick didn't like this one very much either. But most of you have heard We Are the Champions a million times. They play it in school. They play it everywhere. And
baseball games, football games, hockey games particularly.
In my reality, in my memory, on the CDs that I've owned, on the movies I have seen,
the completely legal downloads I've had of the song.
Exactly, all of those things. It's always ended, We Are the Champions, and then some music, and then Of the World. But Of the World isn't there now.
It doesn't exist.
It didn't happen. It's never been there. Look at the official lyrics. We're going to bring those up right here.
And I'm even going to zoom in for you. Oops,
we're right there at the bottom. Look at the bottom here. No time for losers, because we are the champions. And that's it. The song cuts off.
Of the World. That's supposed to be right there.
Now, if you listen to the original album version, the music video, just listen to the end of it. And if you remember it being Of the World,
I'll give you a goddamn cookie.
And you hear that music, and you don't hear Of the World, just sit back and think about what that means. What that means about your reality.
I mean, what else has changed?
Now he does say Of the World, though.
There's one recording.
There's one recording, one live recording, where he says Of the World at the end. So it does seem the Star Wars, the Queen song, it seems like it's a creative difference. Almost like a timeline shift or a reality shift where it's just a tiny little change. It was edited differently. That's it. But in this reality, it's always been this way.
All right.
We're going to do one on the globe just because
this is the last one for tonight.
The people that have our memories. This one I went, what? And there's a million I can get to on the globe because this isn't the Earth that I was taught when I grew up. But we have polar ice caps. The North Pole, the South Pole. We were taught the ice caps are melting. Real worried about it. Blah, 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 blah. Well, look at the North Pole, Rick. Just pull it up.
Oh, I'm going to bring the map up.
This is Google Earth. You can all look at this.
Bring it up like anybody else.
And I mean, let's not even get into South America
we're
yet.
Just kind of taking a trip around the world. We're being Magellan right now.
So this is our globe.
I mean, firstly, that's
the Pacific Ocean. It takes up one whole side of the Earth. I don't know how many of you remember that, but I sure don't.
That's a lot of damn water.
That's more water than I ever remember in one spot on this planet.
Now here's where the issue comes in. We remember a North Pole.
A polar ice cap, even.
All of this
was ice.
Frozen. Solid. Now?
Giant ice cap. That's where Santa Claus is from. But apparently he lives in the ocean now. Or does he live in Svalbard, which is a country that, in our memories, never existed.
Yeah, I've never heard of this place.
This landmass wasn't on our map. It didn't exist. They hunt narwhals there. Yes, I know what a narwhal is. I know a lot of people with the Mandela effect don't. They say they've never heard of them before. Most of the animal ones, I just write off to, there's so many different animals. You don't know what's there. There's no way to prove that. We're going to show them Sicily and Italy quick? Look at this. I was always taught Sicily was trying to kick, or the boot was always trying to kick Sicily.
Well, there's always a
Italy
gap,
was always trying to, but there was always a gap there.
if I remember.
But look at this. Look at this, guys. They're not touching, but they might as well be. There's barely even any deep water. Shallow water, land, you know. It's just what? But like I said, we're not going to get into too much on the globe. How many people remember the North Pole? How many people remember Santa Claus coming from the North Pole? Why do we have
navigating the globe?
Why do we have cartoons where they go to the North Pole and it's all ice? When, from my understanding, the North Pole, the ice hasn't been there for a while. I don't know how long, because it freaks me out too much to even look. But it was there before, and it's gone now, and it didn't melt in our memories. It just was gone overnight. Just gone.
So, I mean, we're gonna really.
What's this island? Is that Hawaii? Was it always that far away?
I don't remember.
I don't think it
I know
was.
my brother
Dude.
was stationed there for a while.
I mean, I know it was quite a distance, but that seems too far.
Oh.
I could be wrong though, because the ocean's so big now on that side that it's hard to get. You know, it's hard to figure out.
Just take a look at the globe and see if you notice anything different.
Oh, point out Mongolia to him.
There's Mongolia.
I don't know.
China.
I don't know about you guys. That's Kazakhstan,
There's Kazakhstan.
which is huge. And I mean, I'm seeing other Mandela effects during examples of other Mandela effects. Somebody was asking about Shaq. Or not Shaq, Sinbad.
Yeah.
In the movie that Sinbad played a genie. I remember Sinbad playing a genie.
I just can't think of the movie.
Rick remembers Sinbad playing a genie. We can't, for the life of us, figure out the movie's name. Somebody told this guy he was getting it confused with Shaq's genie movie, which I do remember. And then they showed a picture of Shaq's genie movie. And it said Kazam. And I was like, but that's a Mandela effect right there. Because even when I asked Rick, I didn't ask him what the name was. I was like, remember the Shaq movie where he was a genie? And he was like, Shazam? And I was like, yes, Shazam. Because that's what our memories tell us it is. Shaq, Shazam. Shaq, Shazam. But it's not here. It's Kazam and always has been. Does that make sense? None of it makes sense.
I mean, that's really it for right now.
We
kind of rushed through this one.
We're doing shorter videos.
If you guys want us to do longer stuff, go more in depth, you let us know in the comments.
And there will be more in depth, a lot more in depth on this. We just wanted to make sure you guys got a Mandela Effect video tonight because we promised you one.
Something. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, share us with your friends.
And any questions you ask, any comments you make, we do read those.
Yep.
We do respond. If you have noticed any Mandela effects that you haven't seen on list anywhere, you haven't seen videos about, send them to us. Our good friend, the Supernaturalist, sent us one.
Yes, he did.
On the Lost Boys, and I'm going to cover that because he was absolutely right. And he's somebody that did not believe really in the Mandela effect until we had a little conversation on Twitter. And now he's all about it.
Go sub to his channel, the Supernaturalist channel. Good guy.
Yeah, good guy. You'll find. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I was like, what is that? Real world things distracting me while recording, guys. It happens. It's late at night. It's 11 o'clock. We usually record at like 7. I mean, there's a little time here. But next time, let us know. I was just going to do movies today. I was just going to do music. I was just going to do the Earth. I was going to just do anatomy. I didn't know what to do. So the next video can be longer and cover an entire subject, of the Mandela effect. But I would like you guys to comment and tell us what part of the world or culture or whatever you want to see Mandela effects from and you want to see proofs from. And Google statistics, and we're going to go way more in depth. This was just kind of a quick beginner's course.
Yeah.
It was a crash course.
Don't forget, you can always get me up on Twitter, Blind-Brik, BRIK _Rick.
And my Twitter handle needs to change.
It definitely does.
So what is mine right now?
Dark H2O
Oh, yeah.
Radio B.
Yeah, mine is at Dark H2O1 Radio B. But that's gonna be at Blind-Brik something
Underscore
or
B.
yeah _B, whatever. But I'll let you guys know when it changes because it'll probably change tomorrow. I just can't do it from my stupid phone. And
that's it for tonight, kids.
we're signing out.
Stay tuned because
There is a lot more to this, and we're sorry we rushed this one. We're gonna go more in depth on this stuff too.
yeah, I mean, and plus we're still gonna do some of our normal stuff. We'll still be touching on Bigfoot.
Well, this is as paranormal as it gets, man. Our reality changed.
Yeah, but we got so much more.
I know. We're trying to. We want to give you guys a variety.
I mean, we're gonna do a video of this, and then do something else, and maybe another week or two of Mandela Effect, just so we don't burn you out on one subject.
And Mandela Effect is going to take up a lot of time for me personally to tell you guys. I could talk for days. Rick knows it. He's real annoyed.
Yep, been talking about this all day.
And
all day.
Yesterday, the day before.
And this was really a hard conversation to have when I hadn't been over here in a while. And my phone goes off, and it's him on Facebook going, "Dude, check this out," and he starts rambling on.
He didn't understand it.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
But once he saw it, I blew his poor little mind.
It's just...
Rick's poor little mind. All gone.
It was gone a long time ago.
It was, but this didn't help.
No. Alright, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen.
Thanks for tuning in. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Love us. We love you.
Drop some comments our way. Thank you all very much. Have a good night. Stay creepy.
My friends.